Welcome home. We are WNST, AM 1570, Towson, Baltimore. We are Baltimore positive, and we are getting the Maryland Crab Cake Tour back out on the road. I have been in strong negotiations with a new location. We're going to be at Missoni's up in White Marsh coming up soon. I'm just getting the date together on that and getting everything solid. We're also going to be down at Costas. I believe that's going to be on the 6th of March. That's a Friday. I believe we're holding that all together. It's all brought to you by our friends at the Maryland Lottery in conjunction with our friends at GBMC. And I did have Dr. Ascari on this week talking about staying safe and all of that good stuff that I do with GBMC. Now I'm going to talk some Maryland Lottery. John Martin is our defending champion and returning executive director of all things Maryland Lottery and Gaming. On the eve of pulling all things Ravens tickets for 20 years, we have all sorts of things going on. And when I go out to MD Lottery and I prepare every week for you, this is a week you really want to crow about winners because you've had like fun winners, people showing their faces, big signs, big checks. Been a good week at the Maryland Lottery, right?
Well, I'm pleased to hear one of us at least prepares for this show. So that's good news right there. But yeah, you can find lots of fun stuff at mdlottery.com, whether it's new products and promotions, things that might appeal to you for a variety of entertainment options. But it's also fun to talk about winner stories. And we have some breaking news. We are in search of two winners. So let's make sure I get this correct here.
Hold the tickets. Everybody holds the
Hold your
tickets.
hold your ticket. If you have been in and around Clarksburg in Montgomery County, we had a $158,000 plus fast play winner on our $5 fast play chili pepper payout progressive jackpot
Say
game.
that
That was
fast
earlier.
3 times. Chili
I
pepper
can't.
payout. Okay, that's good.
That
I
was
like it.
earlier this week, and so that person has not come forward yet. They have 182 days to claim their prize, so that's still fresh. That's probably still a
That's
shock. I'm sure they're
spicy.
still,
Someone said it's
yeah,
spicy.
I'm sure they're still kind of in that can't believe it mode. But we also have a $50,000 Powerball ticket that was sold in Greenbelt for the February 16th Powerball drawing. So if you happen to be if those strike familiar tones to you, please check your tickets. The Powerball ticket was sold at the American Legion Greenbelt Post 136 in Prince George's County, and the Fast Play ticket was sold at Harris Teeter in Clarksburg in Montgomery County. So two fun things. People are now searching for their tickets.
One of my best pals lives in Clarksville, Clarksburg, so I'm all about that. John Martin is here. He's the executive director of all things Maryland Lottery and Gaming. Is there anything you want to say about Ravens Tickets for Life? Even though we're gathering folks, it is kind of like the biggest day of the year for y'all, right? Like it's fun doing
Oh,
this.
it's a lot of fun. And this year, for those people who have been tracking this on a regular basis, we kind of move it around a little bit. We've done it in the stadium, we've done it in the locker room. We'll be back indoors in the locker room, which is a fun vibe. I mean, you're there and you're imagining what it's like on game day, and you're one of six finalists, thinking, "Wow, are my weekends going to be committed for the next 20 years?" Uh, during football season. But that's a lot of fun, and it's a lot of excitement. These folks are already cash prize winners, so they've already won something. They'll pick up a little merch, I'm sure, while they're there. But yeah, one of them we named our newest entry into our 20 years for life. Or 20 years of tickets. And you can check that out at mdlottery.com. Towards the end of this week, we'll have, I'm sure, a smiling photo of that lucky window.
And you know what? Some of the years we've had some of the most fun guests that I've had on the show because a lot of times Doug will bring them on and we'll talk about where they were when Joe Flacco threw the pass, or if they're old enough now, they'll remember where they were when Trent Dilfer threw the pass or Ray Lewis made the play. But the lore continues here at football offseason and always telling folks the responsible gaming for everybody out there who's playing the football stuff. We got baseball season starting here. All right, we have other games going on. So I went out to the front of mdlottery.com and I saw this double your winnings. So I want to talk about this because this is a little bit new to me. And sometimes when these things happen, pick three, pick four, pick five. We don't always talk about. There's these sort of the originals. Miss Edie played pick three. That was her game.
I, I would have been shocked otherwise.
That was her
We've done this.
number. You
We
know.
we've done this on a regular basis. It's called, now talk about tongue twisters. It's called double pay on box play. And if you play pick three, pick four, pick five, then you know what the box play is. And for example, if you want to pick 1, 2, 3 as your pick three number, boxing this means you've covered 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 2, 1, 3, 2, 3, 1. You get where I'm going with there. So you've
I,
covered all the
that's
number
how I won the
combinations.
Springsteen tickets when I won my pick three back in the 80s.
There you go. There you
It's
go.
true.
And now through the middle of March, now through March 15th, box your numbers when you play pick three, pick four, pick five. And you may get a chance, if those numbers come in, at doubling your payout. So that's a lot of fun.
I can say as a one-time pick three box winner that I remember the money I won, $80 at East Point Liquors right there at the mall, at East Point
Mm-hmm.
Mall.
Mm-hmm.
And it's 40 years later and I still remember what I did with the money and it was great. So, I mean, you play, you win, you have a great time. Pick three still a fun game to play.
All of our promotions appeal to people at different levels of wherever they may be in their entertainment journey here. One I think that's still going to resonate for another couple of weeks yet is our Keno Team USA promotion. We're still basking in the throes of the Winter Olympics, and we've teased a nice little competition here. If you purchase a Keno ticket now through February 22nd, so hurry up. The clock is ticking. The games will be over this weekend, as will the promotion. You purchase and enter your Keno ticket into your My Lottery Rewards account, and you'll have a chance to be eligible to be selected for one trip remaining. Four winners are already on board virtually, literally. And the fifth winner will be selected after the 22nd of February. You win for a trip to Los Angeles for the 2028 Summer Games. You and one winner, one guest of your choice, and a lot of fun things. Trip for two to LA, themed merchandise, lots of things, as well as catching some of the events and ceremony around the Summer Olympics in 2028 in Los Angeles.
You know the big games in LA next year too. So just
I
that's
did
just
not
next
know
year.
that.
The big game is in LA, and then they had the Intuit thing the other day with the basketball thing that was going on and all of that stuff. So John Martin is here. He's our executive director of all things Maryland Lottery and Gaming. I must say that when you talked about the Olympics, and my wife is addicted. I mean, straight up Peacock all day on the because the things
Wow.
happen live during the day. She
Oh,
comes in
sure.
at 10:40 in the morning. Said the women are losing. And I'm like, what? Hockey. I'm like, all right, it's 10:30 in the morning.
Right.
So she's all way into it. But when we went into Costas the other night, she
Mm-hmm.
absolutely noticed the Keno promotion. She absolutely looked up. She's like,
Very
hey, and
nice.
I said, hey, we got people in Milan right now that won before that are
Yes.
going.
Yes.
And now she promised her dad she's taking him to Italy. So, and I've been getting served all the ad. I'm not going to Italy, just so everybody knows. I mean, I like coffee, I like Italy, but she's going to go to Italy, and this thing's like a postcard. So the
Good for
Olympics,
her. Good
it's
for
been
her.
all the except for the judging. I'm not for judging. I don't
Ooh.
like all of that. I
Hey, how
like
about those crazy?
times.
How about those crazy Canadians
How
in
about
that
those crazy Canadians?
curling competition where the guy just gave it a little push
Have you seen the
and
Italians
then said,
curl?
"No, no, no."
They push it faster than everybody else, and they sweep faster. It's crazy.
Who's
The
which team?
Italian team. The Italian team was beating the Americans when I went to bed the other night in curling. I fell asleep. I
Yes.
love curling, John, but then I fell asleep on it.
So it sounds like your wife's pretty amped up about this. Is she having that special blend of coffee that gets her through the day that
The
she's
Italian
amped?
blend. The
The
Italian blend. I
Italian
think
blend.
that's the
Yeah.
blend. John Martin is here. He's giving me a hard time. All right, so I went to the winners page at
Yes.
MD Lottery, and I noticed that someone won $1 million in
Yes.
on the Eastern Shore, which is always kind of like, okay, have I been to this place or whatever? And I'll let you pick the story up here, but there's, when you win $1 million on the Eastern Shore, it's $1 million. I like it.
It counts. It counts the same. That's the beauty of it, Nestor. We are equal opportunity lottery. It counts the same on the Eastern Shore as it does here in Baltimore City or out in Western Maryland. And again, we have a variety of scratch off games, price points from $1 up to $50, and a variety of prizes that correspond with those increased price points. So this young lady was playing the $20 All About Cash scratch off ticket, went into a Highs store in Chestertown after a busy day, home from work. Picked up a game, kind of talked to her. These games kind of communicate with people. And she took it in her car and was scratching it and realized that wow, there are a lot of zeros after this number. And then pulled herself together because she realized she had $1 million winning ticket in her hand. Thankfully, made sure she was able to drive and got home and stared at it a little bit, put it in a safe. Now, this all happened back in October
So you
of
were waiting for
2025.
her to appear.
Well, we didn't know it was her yet until she came by, because that's the beauty of it. People buy scratch off tickets. We don't know who they are. It's an anonymous transaction, but she did the right thing. And one thing we always counsel people is you've got 182 days. Don't run in here the next day. Think about it. $1 million for many people is a little change of life there. Their plan may then change significantly, whether it's to help your family, make investments, pay bills, whatever. So she did the right thing. She signed it, put it away for safekeeping in her home, and then when she's ready to come in, new calendar year, also a smart move. Came in here in the first part of 2026 and claimed her prize. So that's a good story. I feel good about stories like this. People are
Responsible. So
thoughtful.
yeah,
They're
very thoughtful.
responsible.
Thoughtful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So good on her. And the $1 million, I'm sure will be a
Well,
wonderful
the best story is what
story.
possesses you to be there at the counter at the Highs, and you're probably last year she's picking up some eggnog if she's doing it right in October, November at Highs for sure. Maybe some fried chicken too. But but she gets a ticket, she gets in the car, she's scratching. I wonder where that moment where it connects. It's like, okay, I won. I always, folks, for me, when I give the scratch offs, like Coco's or I'm at Acosta's doing my thing, I have the little scanner on the app and I scan it, would say see Maryland Lottery. I can't imagine like that moment where you're like,
Oh, sure.
really me,
Yep.
every
Yep.
and anybody that's ever won prizes like this has. I mean, I had that moment with an $80 winner 40 years ago. I remember where I was in the car. I'm like, look, I won. Unbelievable.
Yes, and to her credit, she also used the app. So again, this was a
She
check
did.
the
Okay.
box story on a number of levels. Responsible player, understood what she had won, understood how the game was played, understood that she needed to sign that ticket because it does become a bearer instrument. If for some reason it gets lost, somebody else can pick it up and claim it. She secured it, made her plans on what she was going to do with this windfall. Had a plan, came in here. So yeah, we love stories like this. It's a great winner story.
Kent County, Eastern Shore, Maryland. The Maryland
That's right.
Lottery puts me out on the road to the Maryland Crab Cake Tour. We just did a cup of soup or bowl. We did 32 charities. We've been adding to it. I had Holly Rowe check in from ESPN this week talking about a charity she's working with. So it's been a big month for that sort of thing around here. John, am I leaving anything out? Because we've got winners. We got some new games. Home run riches. I know you don't want to talk about it right now, but I know
I
there's
tell you
going to
what,
be such a thing.
I will leave you with this tease on a number of fronts. So as as hopefully the winter is blending into the spring, thank goodness much of the ice and snow is gone. I'm looking out my window and seeing still a few white caps here in the parking lot, but much of that is gone. And the mind goes to all things like spring baseball, things of that nature. I will tease you. We have home run riches. Um, Once again, coming back at a fast play ticket, probably launched the first week of March, and it will have all the fun and excitement of the um, lucky players who are selected to be the contestant of the game, winning $500 to be selected, and then $500 for every Orioles home run hit during that game, plus $5,000 should it be a grand slam, plus a new VIP experience. And I'll just leave that one sit there for a while.
All right, well, Mr. Moneybags, I got to talk to you about this because I've done a little. You're a baseball guy. I'm a baseball guy. We can talk about such things. How many home runs did Pete Alonso hit last year as a New York Met? Do you have any idea what that number was?
Oh, he had a pretty good year. He's in your 35 to 40 category each year.
38 home runs, 126 RBI. We do not count RBI in home run riches, but we count
Of
home
course not.
runs, which makes us richer. Do you know how many home runs Taylor Ward hit last year as a member of the Anaheim Angels of California? They're playing near LA in Orange County.
I think 30 is a close number.
He had 36 home runs. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
38. That's 36. Those are numbers that were not here. The muscular young man from Canada looks like he's muscular again. Tyler. We got Tyler O'Neill, Taylor Ward. No relation to Taylor Swift. I haven't even brought in Basayo and Rutschman coming back here. And the big year that Gunnar Henderson's name's going. He's got guns. He's going to hit the ball. He's going to hit 42. It's going to cost you money.
Wow.
This is going to cost you money, John Martin.
Wow. Wow. We better start printing some more. What do you
They
think?
moved the fences in. We've improved our pitching. We've done things here. The improvement plan.
Wow.
Listen,
It's
I am
exciting. It
this.
is exciting.
Listen, with the Holiday injury and the Westberg injury,
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
Luke on speed dial with this tech service brought to you by Cole Roofing. There were just more injuries. We don't listen. I'm optimistic about them. I feel like they've done better. They signed an $18 million pitcher last week. So I'm good. So I don't want anybody thinking I'm going into this season pessimistic. Talk to Luke Jones if you want pessimism. He'd laugh
Ooh.
at that, but that's okay.
Ooh.
Well, I have been the more optimistic one for 3 years now, and it hasn't served me well to be optimistic,
No, it
okay?
has not. These
All
have
right.
not been the
You
glory years.
optimistic about the Guardians or no? Yeah.
It's funny. A lot of people had them dead and buried. I'm thinking, they are the defending Central Division champions. Now you may mock the Central Division for what, but you know what? They will hoist a flag that says the 2025 Central Division champs on opening day.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda. You needed to hit the ball in October, and that's a lesson from Mike Elias and anyone that wants to win the World Series. We're going to get some baseball in here. We're going to have some home run riches. By the time we gather next week, we will have a Ravens tickets for 20 years winner as well. An excited one, no doubt about that. And by goodness, next week we have an NFL Combine going on as well. Luke will be monitoring all things NFL and Major League Baseball. We've had some great conversations this week about off-season stuff. We also have a cup of soup or bowl available out at Baltimore Positive. We're revving up the engines for the Maryland Crab Cake Tour to get ready for spring. I am Nestor. We are WNST, AM 1570, Towson, Baltimore, and we never stop talking Baltimore Positive.